Welcome to the SFL. I'm Cameron Irvine, lead play-by-play man and commissioner of the First Football eSport League, and this extensive guide will help you find everything you need to get the full SFL experience, or the experience you want. The first step to learning more about the league is on SFL Interactive, the multimedia hub of our website. Head to simulationfl.net and click on the Interactive tab in the menu. Once you're there, create your profile and receive your first 10 points. They'll show up in the upper right-hand corner. Points can be used to pay for anything from player progression to photo galleries and so much more coming soon. On SFL Interactive, you can watch exclusive league content like behind-the-scenes footage and videos, amazing plays, and classic games. You can also watch live games every Sunday night and participate in live lotteries, which can net you more free points. Back on Discord, introduce yourself in the Introductions channel to receive permissions. Tell us how you found us, who you are, and what you're interested in. From here, you can message team owners and general managers and inquire about joining the live stats, beat writing, multimedia, or broadcast teams, and hunt for your future home on the field. There are two ways to get on a team, either as an undrafted free agent or through the rookie draft. If you join in the months of April, May, October, or November, you qualify for the rookie draft right away, since rosters are locked during these months while the league wraps up seasonal competition and teams are re-signing or signing veteran players. If you join in any other month, becoming an undrafted free agent is your most likely route. Either option can net you success. If you're going into the rookie draft, a little bit of everything can go a long way in a competitive field. Make an impression by purchasing or gaining your points for player progression in advance. Earn a high chat ranking and show your desire and professionalism in the community chat rooms and in private messages with teams. Join a league staff, team, or contribute to the league's general fund. Drafts are held at the beginning of every June and December. If you're going to get scooped up as an undrafted free agent, your chat ranking determines what type of opportunities you could have. To find out if there are any recent openings on teams, check the player openings section of Discord. If all rosters are full, don't be discouraged. Opportunities come up all the time, and it may just be the perfect fit to start your career. Every offseason, you're able to start completely from scratch if you want, or you can negotiate a new deal with your current team or a different squad. Games are broadcast Sundays through Tuesdays on our SFL networks on Twitch, YouTube, and Fuel. While you're subscribing to those feeds, make sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and give us some love on Instagram. If you need or want to talk to league staff, we're always listed in gold at the top right of the member list in Discord when we're online, and we'll always try to assist you or make time for you as best we can. That's the Simulation Football League, and that's just the start. Thanks for being here to make an impact. I can't wait to call your name.
And returning it back the other way is Jack Burton, and Carolina has a touchdown on a pick six.
Spins out of a sack, throws it to the back of the end zone. He's got his man. Touchdown.
So they're like, oh, well, we need real players. Like, oh, okay. So you need a quarterback? Sure.
He's up to the 30. He's gone, baby. My goodness. Somebody cool off that man's feet because they're on fire.
Throw King wants it all now, and it's caught! Oh! Touchdown, Chicago!
Unbelievable play! That's got to be number one this week, and we just got started!
People like immersing themselves and all the buildup that goes in with that.
This is going to explode big time.
The SFL Network on Twitch welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
leading the league. He's like number 5 in almost every statistical category from a career standpoint. Carolina's going to have a perfect game on defense in order to keep him in check.
First down at the 28. There's a look at Bishop Warfield wearing number 15 in a trip set off the left side for the Vultures. 4-down lineman for Carolina in all white tonight as Mike Dazzo drops to throw. Fires it complete to Lloyd Graham Jr., and he's got enough for the first down, a pickup of 10.
Yeah, Lloyd Graham Jr., he's having a very solid year this year. He's got 3 touchdowns, and I believe he's the only one on the receiving corps for Baltimore to have a touchdown this year.
A 10-yard pickup. Dazzo just enshrined into the Hall of Fame last night, as was Thomas Paternity, the co-owner of Baltimore. He's over to the right of your fan cam here tonight. Sitting next to him on his left side is James Klein, the owner of the Carolina Skyhawks, the Prasad brothers, and Sully Richardson also in the house. Dazzo back to pass, dumps it off to T. Roy Gaines, and Gaines is swamped at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard, and Shravan Prasad there to make the tackle.
Yep, that's what they're going to need to do. Perfect game plan on the defensive side. T. Roy Gaines is the workhorse for Baltimore. He's the tallest and also the heaviest running back in the league, and he goes all game. He never gets tired, and he's going to make that defense tired by the fourth quarter.
Dazzo, Gaines, Warfield, Graham Jr., and also Daley Holder, number 87, the wide receivers on offense for Baltimore, and Gaines is going nowhere. A loss of 1, DJ Majesty and Prasad also there for the stop, and this is that Carolina defense that we've seen the first 2 weeks. They have been tremendous.
Yeah, very. They've hung in every game, and they do have a new addition in the secondary, Rachel Colston. At first thought you might say let's pick on her, but she's also the tallest and the heaviest at her position, so maybe not.
Rochelle, just another female to the league, and on 3rd down and 10, Dazzo's going long, and it's batted away, and then a hit right at the end of the play. An extra effort from Daniel Pruitt forces a 4th down for the Vultures, and they'll have to punt it away here at home.
That's what they need to do, get the Vultures off the field and hold on to that momentum.
So an early punt for Baltimore. The punter is Pablo Gates. Don't see him often, 6'1", 204. How about some chat shout-outs? The Hurricane Juniors in the house. Denver Nightwings is here. Shacker 3, Ray Yola, and many others. DT93 Skyhawk. And more as Carolina gets up to the 28. We're a minute and a half in the game, and now we see the rookie, the 4th pick in the draft, Sully Richardson, 6'3", 215 pounds.
Yeah, Sully's got all the skills needed to be one of the better quarterbacks in the league. Again, he just needs to get into a gel with the rest of the team. He shows a lot of composure there in the pocket, but it seems to date they've been relying on the pass a lot and not so much on the run.
Baltimore in the red hats, black jerseys, white pants with the white numbers, and the black and white opposite trim down the sides, red undershirts, 9:28 to go first quarter. Randy Mercury is smothered. Kaz McFly comes in to make the tackle. That's a 3-yard loss and a rough start for Carolina's offense.
Yeah, Kaz McFly, 2-time Pro Bowler. He was waiting for that right up the gap, stopped him in the backfield. Great defense for Carolina.
McFly's out there on
Baltimore.
That's all right. McFly's out there on Harish Prasad, the leader of this offense at 6'4", 220 in his 3rd season. This is Richardson's pass to Prasad, and Prasad could not hang on. That ball knocked out of his hands, and Prasad is slow to get up, and Harish Prasad is hurt.
They're waving in the doctor.
He just fell down right here live on location.
Yeah, this could potentially, if he's to come out of the game, it's going to hurt him, not only on offense, but he's also key in special teams.
Giovanni Bolt supplied the pressure. Somebody get a medic. Boy, every game is something different, Charles, and I don't think we've ever had a player live on location faint right in front of our camera.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a mosh pit to start here.
3rd down and 13 at the 25-yard line. Prasad still trying to get his heart back as Richardson's going down the field. The pass intercepted at the 38-yard line. There goes on the return, number 31, Tony Willis, in his 8th SFL season, and Baltimore's got all the momentum now.
Yeah, it looks like Sully Richardson threw right into coverage. Willis was waiting for it and grabbed it. That's hard passing against this Baltimore Vultures secondary. They get a ton of interceptions, and I think they average about 2.5 turnovers a game.
Well, Charles, if you're Carolina, I mean, how do you get this back? You don't want to lose too much momentum here early. I understand the team is concerned about Prasad, but you got to keep playing.
Yeah, I mean, they've got other players on the team that they can rely on. I mean, I'm always a fan of getting the halfback involved in the game and not relying so much on the pass.
1st and 10 at the 25. Gaines on the carry, and he's wrapped up and flipped over there by number 92, Phil Hall. And I know that Harish Prasad likes to talk a lot of smack. There might be a new Kentez because we've never had a player get hurt that soon on location.
Wow.
So who knows what who knows what's going to happen. We'll see if he hopefully he's able to come back in the game tonight. We don't want to see him done for the day. 2nd and 9 at the 25 after the 1-yard run for Gaines. Everybody in the box, and they'll throw it out to Gaines. One-on-one to the outside, breaks a tackle, and Gaines fighting for the first down will be just short. Phil Hall and at number 20, Rochelle Colston, the newcomer, on the stop to force a 3rd down.
Yeah, you see the tackling's crisp here in the first quarter, but after a couple hits by Gaines, they're going to get the wind knocked out of them, and it's going to be a lot harder to tackle, and I'm expecting to see some longer gains.
This is a tough situation. 8 in the box here. Oh, and Carolina jumped off sides. Gaines going to get the first down up to the 11, but they'll probably decline the penalty and move that ball up to a little bit closer to the 10. And Carolina right now just trying to hold on.
Yeah, this is dangerous. The Carolina defense needs to rise up here and keep them from getting in the end zone.
That flag on Larry Bain on the defensive front. And the clock will continue to roll as it looks like it's going to be just short of a goal-to-go situation. The ball is positioned just outside the 10-yard line. They're going to go out of the eye. Bishop Warfield's the lone receiver on the field. Lloyd Graham Jr.'s on the line off to the right of Dazzo. They'll hand it off to Gaines with a fullback ahead of blocking. Picks up 5 down to the 5-yard line. And the wrap-up made by Zane Doty, who was a stellar pickup in the offseason from Queen City.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, that's all Baltimore needs to do is just hand it to Gaines and have him run up the middle. Very conservative, yet smart.
2nd and 5, 4 minutes in. It's a scoreless game, but a lot of nervous Skyhawks in the crowd. Gaines takes the handoff, tried to spin, and Prasad wanted none of it. His brother's healthy, and he picks up only 1, does Gaines.
A big 3rd and 4 here for the Carolina defense. They have to keep him out of the end zone, and at this point, I'd settle for a field goal.
3rd and 4 at the 4. This would be a huge victory for Carolina's defense if they can get off the field after that pick. Giving up just 3 points, 2 in the backfield, 8 in the box for Carolina. One-on-one coverage, they hand it off on the trap to Gaines, and Gaines is going to run it in for a touchdown. For Baltimore, it's 6-0, and the Vultures strike first.
Yeah, pure power running up the middle there. Hatley tried to hold on but couldn't. Just too strong and too powerful.
Not terrible defense, at least at the onset there. Definitely had players in position. That was Tristan Hatley trying to wrap up, but it's the Vultures that get the first points on the board tonight.
Yeah, well-run series there. Just, not too flamboyant, nice and conservative. Again, that's all they need to do to command this game, I believe. 1,000
games. We've asked our members here at the SFL convention to write their favorite memory on the wall. I know we've got some footage of that. We can't wait to show that on Interactive here after the convention. The extra point is good. 7-0, 6:31 to go in the first. It might be hard to quantify, although you've only seen probably maybe 50 of the 1,000 games in this league, but you might think about your favorite SFL memory, or did you already? I
haven't put it up there. I'm going back and forth between two different things, but right now I'd probably say being drafted, being announced.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It could be something tonight if this game stays as crazy as it will, but it probably can't top getting drafted. That's a pretty special night. So without Prasad in the game, returning the kickoffs is Cameron Walsh, but that kick was booted 6 yards deep by Shark Tarkington, and taking a knee was probably the best situation for Walsh. So Sully Richardson comes back out. Dupree Hudson is the other wide receiver to keep an eye on, number 80. Tony Zuma is out of the backfield at fullback, and Randy Mercury is your running back, number 35. Sully Richardson changing the play at the line, out of the gun, fires it outside, and that pass is complete. Not to Prasad, but number 87, Bob Klein. And Prasad has torn his MCL and is done for the night.
Yeah, that's going to hurt. Again, on both the offensive side and also special teams. I'd like to see some more formations with the fullback in there. I mean, he's a beast.
Now
and that's what you need.
Now I think Carolina's got to tighten things up a bit. Want to extend this game, keep it as low scoring as possible. We'll see how they can step up. We saw actually a major injury to a Nightwing receiver a couple weeks ago as that pass is incomplete. Looking for Klein over the middle. That's an incomplete pass. And remember, Giacomo Jones for Denver went out of the game in the first quarter. He was their #1 receiver, and Denver still put up over 30 points. So anything is possible in the SFL.
Oh, yeah, anything's possible. And passes like that need to be caught in order to keep pace with the Vultures.
3rd down and 6 at the 24. Out of the eye, Richardson going to throw. And Richardson's got all kinds of time. And double coverage, the pass is caught at the 41 by Klein. Bob Klein coming in up clutch, and Willis makes the tackle.
Yeah, Klein's probably one of the few receivers you see at 5'11". He went up there and grabbed it. Also, kudos to the offensive line. They gave Sully Richardson plenty of time.
Dupree Hudson is out at the top of your screen. Klein is now playing in that #1 spot. Mercury's in the backfield. He's got 1 carry here so far tonight, but lost 3 yards. Richardson going to throw again.
Wow.
That pass is caught again by
Hudson
Hudson to the Baltimore 47-yard line, and Sully Richardson is putting this team on his back right now.
Yeah, as soon as Hudson turned, the ball was right in the numbers. Perfect throw.
Yeah, what a laser from Richardson. We've seen a lot of promise out of him. He's made some incredible throws. We had him a couple of weeks ago in that wild Vancouver game, and he impressed for sure. 4 receivers now, 3 off the right side. Richardson pump fakes again, has some time. That pass over the middle is incomplete. Intended for Tobe Jones, number 86, their tight end. 2nd down.
Yeah, it didn't look like they brought any rushers in there. They went back into the zone, and Sully threw it. It was a pretty dangerous pass, but hit him in the numbers, though, and they have to capitalize. Every time the ball hits them in the numbers and they drop it, is one lost opportunity.
Over halfway gone here in game number 1,000 in the SFL. How many torn MCLs have you ever seen? I've only seen maybe 2 all time. As Mercury pushes forward, picks up 5.
Did you hear the celery snapping?
Yeah, the celery snapping. Yeah, no. You're the celery expert around here, so no, I did not. But great run from Mercury to set up 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, that's what you need to do. More reliance on Mercury, and like to see Zuma in there blocking for him.
You can't smack talk me about what's in my room because we're not in my room.
Yeah, I'm looking for something.
3rd and 5 at the 42. Richardson outside, pass caught, 1st down. That's Cameron Walsh moving the chains to the Vulture 35.
Yeah, that's what they need to do. Great play there. Nice pocket presence by Sully Richardson. Got the ball out of there quick before the rush could get him. And 1st and 10.
What a great drive being put together by Richardson and company. This drive over 3 minutes long now into Baltimore territory, nearing field goal range. Mercury and Zuma are in the backfield. Offside Baltimore. Handoff Mercury. He's stuffed. That's the 2nd tackle in the backfield by Courtney Kate, but the penalty will move him up.
Yeah, so here I've been pounding the drum for Zoom, and he totally whiffed on a block.
Not good, but he got a mulligan. That offside on number 68, Dennis Isaac, will be 1st and 5. Optimus Klein's in the chat. Zane Doty's in the chat. Drek 900 is in the chat. Who else is in there? Chatting it up.
Drek 900, did you say that?
Denver Nightwings, yeah. Well, we got a few dominating the chat right now. Clock's running, 3:40 to go in the 1st quarter. 1st and 5. Richardson with split backs. Baltimore backs off, rushes just 4, and that pass caught by Hudson got 4, but because of the accepted penalty, it's just 2nd down.
2nd 1. I'll take that anytime. I also say you look pretty dapper tonight.
Oh, well,
you make me
thank you.
kind of feel. You know,
No, you got a Terps.
You've got your LinkedIn outfit on.
Yeah, my LinkedIn outfit on. No belt, no tie. You rarely ever see those from me, but I'll do everything else. 2nd and 1 at the 26. This is a very manageable situation here for Richardson and company. They're out of the nickel, or 4-3 rather, is Baltimore. Handoff to Mercury, and he's inside the 20 down to the 17-yard line. So this drive, which started with a kneel down in the end zone from Walsh, has now consumed 63 yards.
Yeah, that was a great run up the middle there. Good blocking. He took the right hole, and he didn't look like he was touched until he was about 8 or 9 yards down the field.
Tackle made by Bolt, who's responsible for some special teams craziness out of the Vultures from time to time. Richardson's got 44 yards. That one pick is hurting his rating, but he's being a lot more careful with the ball on this possession. Now with 4 wide, 3 off the right side for Richardson. That pass is caught by Klein. What a window as Klein picks up 2. I can't believe that he caught his hands on that.
Yeah, that was wacky. That was right into the mosh pit.
Wow.
There's got to be Kleins.
2:13 to go in the first. I'm not going to comment on the crowd. I've already kind of railed on Harish enough. 2nd and 8 at the 14. I'm going to give him a break. Watch him from the sidelines. 2 backs and 2 receivers. Back to pass. Richardson 3 steps out to Zuma. He's got a blocker, but no block is made.
Well.
There's where you miss Prasad on the doing the dirty work outside. It's 3rd and 4, again, manageable at the 10.
Bob Klein was watching the play, and he wasn't really doing anything. But
Klein was just upset he didn't get the ball thrown to him
Yep,
again. He's been targeted about 3 or 4 times on
like,
his
what
drive.
am I doing out here? He was supposed to block, but he made the best of it, I guess.
Optimus Klein, 100 bits for SFL 1000. We appreciate that. On 3rd down and 4, Richardson swings it out to Mercury. Mercury's in trouble, and he's going to lose 3 yards. However, even though they're going to only able to get a field goal out of this drive potentially, Carolina did burn nearly 6 minutes off the clock to help keep this game.
That was a long
Yeah,
drive.
that was-
but
that
you
was
don't
big.
go on one-on-one against Thornberry there. Willis there. It's he's going to make the tackle every time.
And now really the question is how many – Carolina's going to need a lot more drives like the one they just had in this quarter.
I mean, it was a smart.
Yeah.
I think they did what they needed to do. They did a mixture of runs, and they brought the fullback in, and you saw the results when he was in there blocking, and not too crazy on the passes. Nice conservative passing.
It's a 30-yard field goal for Zeke Klein, the kicker. And they're waiting a long time to snap the ball, trying to kill more clock, and that kick is good from 30. And Carolina is on the board.
We have a ball game.
7-3. We do, in fact, have a ball game with 53 seconds to go in the first quarter. This is the SFL's 1000th game, live on location from Atlanta. Atlanta, let me hear you! Hope you heard that at home. An emphatic crowd. We have seen it all here today. We've said that
an exciting day.
That overtime game between Chicago and Charleston was a classic.
Yeah.
Congrats to Chicago on staying unbeaten. Bolt out past the 30, and he's wrestled down at the 35. Wrap up by Jarrett Grimes, and Mike Dazza will come out. The first time he had a long field, they had to kick it away.
Yeah. And the like we said at the first round there, when Baltimore had the ball, Carolina's really going to have to stay in there strong and keep them from the end zone and get the ball back.
In the chat, John Boy 26 asks, how many Kleins are there in this league? Well, there's 4 of them here today. That leads all last names here at the convention. 1st and 10 at the 35. Dazzo going long down the field. Pass is caught by Daley Holder at the 43-yard line with 43 seconds to go. Nice snag over the middle.
Yeah, Daley Holder has been Dazzo's #1 target this season. No touchdowns, but hopefully that'll change this game.
Holder was being chased by Hatley, and Hatley just a little bit too far off of Holder, and Holder was able to hang on despite a nice hit. Then you got Optimus Klein in Alaska too. You know, he might want to think about joining Carolina. All the Kleins, you just might as well make it a family affair. 1st and 10 at the 43. Handoff goes to Gaines on the trap. He's got some space, but wrapped up pretty quickly after a pretty nice 5-yard pickup. He's got 16 yards and a touchdown, and it will be the final play of our first quarter with the score, Carolina 3 and Baltimore 7. You are watching the SFL Network on Twitch, and we'll be back in a moment. The Simulation Football League is presented by APM Music, Production Music Library, and Custom Music House. By Fuel Beyond the Imagination. Visit sflinteractive.net today. By Matt Doyle Designs, the official branding partner of the Simulation Football League. and by Media Tech Institute. A look just south, I believe, of Baltimore there as we get set for the second quarter.
I thought I saw Dazzle and Gaines having a picnic there on the pier.
Beautiful footage provided by AirViews. Visit airviews.com to see more terrific videos. Hand-off to T-Roy Gaines, and he put a stiff arm out there, but
that was a stiff arm and a get the heck out of my way.
Absolutely. just a 3-yard gain, though. Carolina's done a nice job keeping him contained so far.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but 3 and 2 is very manageable.
Baltimore trekking down the field. They are right on the fringe of Tarkington's range. In fact, they might try to smack it in from here from about 52 yards out if they can't pick up positive yardage. 3rd down and 2 at the 36. Gaines off the right side, and Dazzler's going to drop the throw. Check down Gaines. Gaines in a race for the sticks. Has a lot of room. Bad pursuit angle there by the Carolina defense, and he gets it all the way down to the 21-yard line, a pickup of about 14.
Yeah, it took a while for that play to develop. I thought he was going to get stopped in the backfield, but he hit the burners and blew by the first down marker. It
looked like Willie Van Dyke had a beat on it, but I think he pursued too far upfield there.
Definitely. And Tarkington is a Pro Bowl kicker too, so they've got it's pretty much money when they're in field goal range.
Warfield's been a little quiet. Zane Doty's done a nice job on him so far tonight. Dazzo going to drop the throw. Dazzo fires over the middle, one-handed catch. Lloyd Graham Jr. stabbing that one out of the air with his off hand, his left hand, pick up a 5.
Yeah, he had a great game last week. He had 2 touchdowns, and he's not the number 1 target, but he's definitely shown to be very efficient when they throw him the ball.
Baltimore trying to join Chicago among the ranks of 3-0 teams. I don't think that Atlanta just in the last game got to 3-0. Congrats to Atlanta on their win over St. Louis. The handoff to Gaines off the right side. 10-5. T-Roy Gaines fighting for the end zone and gets down to the 1-yard line. 49 yards on 10 carries, and that his best run so far.
Yeah, I think the original gap he was going to go through was closed up, and he had the wherewithal to bounce out there, and there's a wide hole at the other side of the tackle, and he just showed pure power taking it into the end zone.
Well, you got to feel like this might be another handoff for Gaines, right? They gave it to him the first time he was able to get in. 9:18 to go in the first half. Everybody bunched up on that line with 2 in the backfield for Dazzo. They'll hand it off to Gaines on a stretch, and he'll walk in untouched for the Baltimore touchdown.
Yeah, great blocking up front. There wasn't any pressure on the runner at all.
Another look at it here. I think we'll get a nice look at a block here on the left side of this line.
He had a couple different options. He decided to take it out.
Nice job there by the tight end, Ty Jordan, off that left side. Giving an avenue for T-Roy Gaines to get his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. And Carolina's down 10, about to get the ball back. And with 9:11 on the clock. No time to panic just yet. Lots of time for Carolina as Tarkington's extra point is good, 14-3.
Yeah, they're going to have to find some way to stop that running attack of Baltimore. It's going to wear them down, and in the 3rd and 4th quarter, they're going to get some really big gains.
I think you got to do what you did the last drive. Suck some time off the clock,
Definitely.
Keep this game close, get some points on the board, and who knows? We've seen some crazy things where players, we think they're out of the game, and then all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, I thought he had a torn ACL. Put me in, coach.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
you just never know. So they could get to the locker room without too much damage done as Walsh turns out to the 21-yard line. That's what they'd like the best. We've seen great things out of Richardson so far. He's back out there now.
Yeah, we saw a couple flashes from Mercury. If they give him the ball and put in that fullback, like I said before, I think it's a good attack for this Baltimore defense. Again, and not too crazy on the deep passes. Stays short and medium.
If you're just joining us, Carolina's in the all-white, Baltimore in the red helmets, black jerseys and white pants. Out of the I formation for Richardson. He'll hand it off to Mercury, and a nice block from the fullback. Springs 5 yards for Mercury, and right up the gut. That's old school football right there.
Yeah, not super flashy, but it's what you have to do. Nice 5 yards, make it a 2nd and 5. I think if they keep doing that, they're going to get into scoring position here pretty quickly.
This has been a crazy day. This is the 5th game. It's not a doubleheader. It's not a triple header. What do you call that?
A long day.
A quintuple header? My goodness. Handoff Mercury again on 2nd and 5, and Baltimore brought the house. Kate again in the backfield, drops him for a loss of 1.
Yeah, looks like that was Alan Richardson maybe that brought him down the backfield.
Kate, I think.
Nope, sorry, wrong roster. Yeah, there you go.
It happens to all of us. 8:12 to go in the first half. 3rd down and 6. This is a crucial 3rd down for Richardson. He's got Hudson at the bottom of the screen. Hudson's going long. Richardson's going to float it down the middle. The pass is caught by Jones down to the 40-yard line. A beautiful pass by Richardson as he stayed patient.
Yeah, Toby Jones, 6'6", 275. He's a huge target for him, and found the seam down the middle there. Great pass, first down.
Tony Willis, I think, misjudged the loft on the football. I think he thought that was gonna get slung in there.
You don't have to loft it too much to a 6'6" wide receiver.
Yeah, definitely not. But he certainly wanted him to climb the ladder on that one. 1st and 10 at the 40. Yet another 3rd down conversion for Carolina. 2 in the backfield, and again, Baltimore showing a blitz. They're going to come with it. They bring everybody, and Mercury is smacked down for a loss of 1. Hendricks Thornberry brings the boom.
Yeah, he did. He definitely did. He's coming off a great week last week. He had 2 interceptions, and I believe one of them he took back to the house for a touchdown.
You think Baltimore can smell the blood in the water here? I mean, they are sending people to make Carolina one-dimensional.
Well, they don't make many mistakes, so, Carolina needs to play perfectly.
6 in the box this time. 4 receivers for Richardson. Richardson going long down the near side. The pass is intercepted. At the 33-yard line, coming back the other way, Thornberry got a block. 50, 45, 40. Hendricks, Thornberry got another block. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Hendricks, wild Thornberry down to the 3-yard line. What a return for Thornberry.
That was a great return, and you saw everyone on the defense do their part to block and help him get down to the end zone. If it wasn't for, looked like Jacob Wood kept them from scoring, but look at that effort by the defense there. Everyone's down there trying to get him into the end zone.
If that ball was just a little bit more, Hudson would have walked into the end zone. He thought he had a touchdown, I think, the way he was running.
He did.
But unfortunately, nobody there to wrap up Thornberry off the interception. And once again, Baltimore is given a short field. The Skyhawks have to stop the bleeding here. 6:54 to go in the first half. Gaines with a fullback off the left. Will get the handoff to the left, and he is buried at the line of scrimmage by DJ Majesty.
That's what you got to do, and the guy they're going to rely on is DJ Majesty. He's last week he had a sack. He's got great closing speed and reads the field well.
A stop here could keep it a 2-score game. Halfway through the second quarter, now trips left for Baltimore inside the 5. 7 in the box for Carolina. Dazzo going to throw. Dazzo looking around for somebody to get open. He does. Touchdown over the middle. That pass is caught by G.R. Malone, I believe. Wow. I think that might be his first catch all season.
Yeah, what does the GR stand for? Do you know, Cam?
I have no idea, but it stands for TD after that play.
Great, but that was a great pass in the middle. Dazzo had plenty of time, and when you give a Hall of Fame quarterback that much time in the pocket, he's going to kill you.
Majesty had an opportunity there, I thought, there to get an interception, but the angle was not there. And right now, Baltimore's doing what they should be doing after Carolina dealt that devastating blow early in the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, they're very efficient. Every time they get the ball in this game, it looks like they're scoring. So Carolina's going to have to find an answer. I'm not sure what it is, but I think the first step would be probably stopping the run game.
They've figured some things out just a bit, and the fun fact is that these two teams played each other at last year's convention, and Carolina actually had the Vultures number, and that was Baltimore's first game back in the SFL off that one season hiatus. So Baltimore, these two teams don't particularly like each other, and I think Baltimore's trying to return the favor here.
Cam, you're a living Encyclopedia Britannica.
Well, I try. That was only 2 seasons ago. That's not. I can go back further if you want to be more impressive. Yeah, Walsh on the return gets out of the 22-yard line. 6:19 to go. I can tell you that Tim Johnston's first game as an owner, he defeated the New York Knights.
Wow.
On a game-winning field goal. Anybody remember that?
I wanted to ask you, on the 1,000th game, what year did that start? What was the year?
The first game was June 15th, 2013.
Okay.
New York Knights beat the Dallas Stars on an interception that sealed the game. I don't remember who had it, though. So, first and 10 at the 22. Richardson to throw. Steps up in the pocket, fires in the middle, and that pass is caught. First down for a pickup of 11. Dupree Hudson, and for being down 21-3, Carolina sure made some tremendous highlight reel catches tonight.
Yeah, definitely. And Sully spreads the ball around. I mean, all of his receivers, I think they've been targeted equal amount of time. But on that particular pass, he got a little bit of heat. He stepped out of the way of the rush and was able to deliver a crisp pass.
Two in the backfield with Richardson. Hudson is the lone receiver now off to the side. And the handoff goes to Mercury. Missed a block.
Nice.
Mercury breaks the tackle, gets a block later, and picks up 4. And that was all Randy Mercury on that play.
Yeah.
It broke down in the backfield.
It looked like he grabbed the defender and threw him out of the way. I mean, that was a very impressive run. It was only 4 yards, but, you got to build on it, and puts a little pressure off Sully.
Mercury in his second season. Prasad in his third. Those two have been with Carolina their entire career on the offensive side of the ball. 2nd and 6 at the 37. Back to pass, Richardson. Richardson kind of in some trouble. Look at the patience. Wow. Sully Richardson, first down to the 47-yard line. That pass, that's another newcomer, Greg Richardson. I wonder if they're related.
Yeah, they may be, but, hey, the offensive line is playing like superstars. The amount of time he had there was incredible against a very, very strong defense.
They might be brothers from another mother, just looking at the two of them. I don't think they're related. 1st and 10 at the 47, 4:48 to go. Another crisp pass from Sully Richardson. Jammed at the line of scrimmage. Has to dump it off to number 82, Jeff Brooks. Man,
wow.
we are going all the way down the lineup as that receiver at the top of the screen got jammed up quick.
Yeah, and it looks like the Baltimore defense is mixing it up, trying to confuse Sully. But so far, Sully's been able to read it and go through his progressions and deliver crisp passes.
This is a crucial drive. 2nd and 2 at the Baltimore 45. Once again, Carolina's moving the ball. They probably have more total yards of offense than Baltimore, given the short fields. Mercury gets a couple of blocks. First down to the 39 of the Vultures. He's up to 26 yards.
Yep, that's what we need to see from Mercury. That was a great read, a great outside run there.
Under 4:20 to go. Nearing field goal range, down 18, but a lot of game left, and Carolina's shown a ton of heart here.
Definitely a ton of heart.
And they're really having some nice play calls, mixing it up a lot. 1st and 10 at the 39. Mercury, the low man in the backfield. 4-man rush for Richardson. Dumps it off short. Oh, I think that ball was intended for another receiver and then nearly caught anyway. That is Terry Savert. How many receivers are on this roster?
Yeah, I think it also Toby Jones was in play there too, bouncing all over the place.
That's a tight end too. Man, we got to get Zeke Klein out there to get the kicker out there to make some catches. They're really making me work tonight, going all over this
down the roster list.
My goodness. So haven't I done enough already? 2nd and 10 at the 39. Empty backfield for Richardson out of the gun. And Richardson looking around, feeling the pressure. The pass is caught!
Wow.
Past the 25-yard line, past the official. Dupree Hudson stepping up large on this drive.
Wow, that was a lot of – look at the pocket presence of Sully there. It was starting to collapse. At the very last second, he was able to zing it right into between two defenders.
Thornberry is all over him. What a play. Into field goal range again. 3:38 to go in the first half, and that clock is ticking.
Some impressive drives so far.
Bunching things up. 2 in the backfield. They got a bunch of tight ends on the field as well. 7 in the box for Baltimore. They're going to throw. Oh, Richardson, they're ruling it a fumble. And that has got to be a forward pass. That challenge will save him 4 yards, and Harish has left the building and is back in the building. Let's see.
That was a
no challenge. You got to be kidding me. They might be wanting to save maybe some timeouts because they got the ball back, but my goodness, handoff to Mercury, and now it's 3rd and long. Lost another yard.
You got to take every yard you can.
I agree with you, and Amon Takes makes that tackle. He's been quiet early, but this is going to be Richardson's toughest task yet. Yeah. Some bad breaks for Carolina.
Yeah,
here.
Very bad break. They were doing the right thing. Yeah, that was an odd play, and this 3rd and 15 is very difficult against the Vultures.
Definitely don't want to take a sack. They're right on the fringe of field goal range. Nickel look for Baltimore's defense. 3 receivers are going to run it to Mercury. And I wonder if they were trying to stay in field goal range and did not want to make a mistake. They need points out of this drive.
Well, they are down by 18, so, I mean, that's a lot of field goals to catch up.
Right. Well, it gets them to a 2-score game.
Yeah.
And if
they rarely go to their fullback. Maybe they can do a trick play to the fullback and catch him unaware.
Right,
You know what I mean?
fake field goal, yeah.
No, I mean not on the field goal, but I mean
right.
next possession.
Yeah. They are not going to snap it before the 2-minute warning. That is the 2-minute warning. And Carolina's got a clutch field goal to make here, and then they got to get a stop going into the half. Carolina gets the ball to start the second half. You're watching the Simulation Football League on Twitch, presented by APM Music. It's a 45-yard field goal for Zeke Klein from the left hash, the right-footed kicker. The holder is Jamison Klein. There's another Klein for you, quarterback. Klein's kick is up and good from 45 yards, and Carolina gets on the board.
Yep, and security has entered the building.
It was drifting right. Charles, I was a little concerned. It was drifting a little bit.
So on that field goal, it was a great snap by Klein. The holder Klein held it very well, and the kicker Klein did well too.
That's incredible. So Zeke will kick it away. I have to specify. From the 8-yard line, Bolt on the return past the 25, and Bolt stretching for one more yard out of the 29-yard line, and Mike Dazzo will go with a long field. Only one touchdown has come off a drive with a long field, but all 3 timeouts for Baltimore.
Yeah, I mean, there's no urgency for them to to push it down the field. They've got plenty of time. They've got a good cushion for a lead. Just be conservative and do what got you there. Run it up the middle.
2 in the backfield for Mike Dazzo. Dazzo going to throw. In the 2-minute offense, all kinds of time. He flips it out to Gaines, and he got nothing. Gaines just padding stats at that point. Let the guy that's holding the first down line catch a pass or two every now and again, right? Why do you got to catch everything?
Why not?
Richardson up to 100 yards, by the way. Did I see that right, that Dazzo only has 49 passing yards in the first half? That's great.
Well, you don't need to pass it when you got Gaines running like that.
Well, Gaines has 49 yards, too. That means that Baltimore is just a little shy of 100 yards of total offense in the first half. That's unreal. For second down at the 29-yard line, split backs for Dazzo. He'll hand it off to Gaines. Gaines has some room, and he'll drag a defender for 6. 3rd down and 4. That's Majesty on the tackle. Gaines is a little slow to get up, but he'll eventually get off the turf.
Yeah, and they also got the ball on a short field after that turnover as well, so they didn't need to move quite as far.
Yeah, but those 2 interceptions, for as good of a first half as Richardson's had, those 2 interceptions have proven to be costly. 2 in the backfield for Gaines. 3rd and 4, they're going to run. He doesn't get it.
Good stop.
And Carolina going to save their timeouts for offense, but Baltimore will punt the ball away, and the defense stands up tall.
Yeah, Phil Hall stood tall. Hall stood tall there.
Yeah. It's hard to say.
Did what he needed to do, and they got the ball back with 1 minute, 3 seconds left.
Swearingen tackled by Spurgeon. DeMond had the toughest call of the whole day. It's tough to call Swearingen tackled by Spurgeon. That is a big challenge. That's almost as bad as Swarm and Storm.
Remember how many times I messed that up?
So Baltimore is draining the clock wisely, but Carolina will have all 3 timeouts offensively, as I believe Walsh will be back there to return the kick from the 30-yard line and gets it up to the 33. Not bad field position for Richardson, and this would be huge here right before the half, because remember, they get the ball to start the second half. Right. If they can make something big happen, this game will turn on its head.
Even a field goal, they're only down by 12, so
there's
take the momentum into the locker room.
A lot of game left. 35 seconds left here. 3 receivers and 2 in the backfield with Richardson. We'll see what they want to do. Nickel look for the Vulture defense. Richardson going to throw. Richardson throws it short over the middle. Not bad. Hudson picked up 7, and Carolina will burn a timeout.
Yeah, 31 seconds is, it's not a lot of time against that defense. They're going to have to start throwing it to the side there.
Ball at the 39. To get into field goal range, they'd need about 25, 30 yards. Richardson with split receivers. That's Hudson at the bottom of the screen, defended by Thornberry, and Kaz McFly's been shutting down the top of the screen. Richardson going to throw again. Quickly out to Mercury. Needs a block. Got a block. Mercury can't get out of bounds, though. No huddle.
He had to get rid of that ball.
Yeah, 3rd down and 2. They were coming after him, Charles. I saw
hot.
it as well. Down to 18 seconds left, preserving the 2 timeouts. Back to pass again. They'll throw an out route to Hudson. Caught, first down. Stops the clock with 15 seconds to go.
Wow, 45-yard line. What, they need another 10 yards, you think?
For what? Hail Mary?
For field goal?
Oh, they're not kicking a 62-yarder unless they got some. Unless the Kleins have some magic. I don't know
I mean,
about.
Another 10. Never mind.
Well, they're on their own 45.
Oh, I'm
not
sorry.
the other
I thought they were
45.
on the other 45.
There you go. See,
My mistake.
like Colin says,
long day.
math is hard sometimes.
Yeah, it is very
It was
hard.
a hard day. 15 seconds left. Richardson might have 1, maybe 2 plays left in the bag before they're just going to have to hurl it into the end zone, and they're going to run it to Mercury. He picks up a block to midfield, and no timeout, and Carolina has botched that situation. They'll take a timeout. No, they're going to throw now. They may have caught Baltimore off guard, but they threw it outside the pass.
Wow,
Intercepted by McFly, and that ends the first half of play. But a crucial tackle at the end of it to not give up a pick six. It's a 2-score game at the end of the first half, as McFly and Thornberry now each have an interception.
Yeah, that was definitely dangerous.
I don't think Baltimore expected Carolina to snap the ball. I thought
No, they
Richardson
didn't.
was just going to gun it down the field, and I think they caught Baltimore napping.
But they adjusted pretty quickly.
Yeah, they did adjust
That's a
quickly.
veteran defense. you see.
Great play by McFly. We've reached the end of the first half of the SFL's 1,000th game. Baltimore leads Carolina 21-6, and the Skyhawks get the ball to start the second half. These are going to be some weird first half numbers.
Wow.
Carolina has more offense and more time of possession than the Vultures, but those 3 turnovers loom large.
Definitely. Only barely over 100 yards offense. It's amazing. I never would have guessed.
The first pick by Tony Willis, so that's 3 different players in the secondary for Baltimore with interceptions. And I can't stress enough how crucial this first drive of the third quarter is going to be.
It has to be in order for them to stay in it. But as far as Baltimore goes, their defense has been playing superbly and have been given great opportunities for their offense. And when given it to the offense, they capitalize.
We'll find out what's going to happen in the second half in the Wild and Wacky Simulation Football League. We're back in a moment. Start of the second half here in Baltimore. Charles Doherty, Cameron Irvine along with you. You know, the first SFL convention was pretty loud for opening night. I don't know if this place is louder than them or not.
Well, I don't know. They were pretty loud there on a couple drives.
We'll see if they can break the decibel record in the second half here. Maybe if we get another Carolina field goal, the Prasads can give us a crazy let's go from them. We're underway here in the third quarter. Deep kick from Tarkington. And that'll be down at the 20. All right, big drive here for the Skyhawks. Hey, they have stayed in this game.
They definitely have. And, you can't forget they lost one of their stars on offense, but they're still hanging in there.
All right, Sully Richardson, what you got in the bag? 2 in the backfield to start the second half. And 7 in the box for the Vultures, up 15. Richardson going to throw. Out to Mercury. He's got some space, 25. Mercury, oh, man, he almost spun past both of them, but still picked up about 6 or 7.
Yep, very nice first down there, play for a swing pass to Mercury. He didn't get the first down, but gives the quarterback a manageable second.
That was the veteran Joe Dazzo, who celebrated his son getting into the Hall of Fame last night. With that critical tackle, it was a pickup of 7 yards, 2nd and 3 at the 27. 3 in the backfield now for Richardson. 7 in the box. There is nobody on this receiver at the bottom of the screen. Hand off to Mercury, runs right into the defense, and a loss of 1. That tackle again made by Kate, officially 2 for a loss, but I thought all 4 of them were in the backfield.
Yeah, I think I saw literally 30 Vultures running across the line of scrimmage there. Everybody on defense was bursted through that line.
That's where you
There's
need a
no
hot.
way they were getting a gain on that.
Yeah, that's where you need a hot route to Hudson because he was all alone out there. Now it's a critical 3rd down and 4. Trying to avoid a 3 and out to start the half. Richardson back to pass. He'll fire down the field. Wide open. Past the 40-yard line down to the 42. That's Dupree Hudson who continues to step up for the Skyhawk offense.
That's a big play. That gets a little motivation back on the offense, and here we go, first down.
Carolina's been tremendous on 3rd down. They've always seemed to call the right play in that instance.
As a rookie quarterback, being able to make some of those throws is just incredible.
If they would have turned field goals into touchdowns early, we might be talking about a game-tying drive right now. Out of the eye, Mercury in the backfield behind Zuma, and Mercury diverted and lost another yard. Look at all the Vultures in the backfield. Thornberry again, and Carolina is having a tough time running on this Vulture defense tonight.
Yeah, he might have had a shot if he bounced inside. It looks like right off the tackle he had a little bit of a hole as fullback open for him, but those holes close up pretty quick, so.
2nd down and 11 at the 41-yard line. 9:08 to go in the 3rd. 4 receivers, 2 to either side, and Richardson will drop the pass. Pump fake, Richardson taking time, and it's caught down the field for a first down. Jeff Brooks. How about the patience of Richardson tonight? More patient than my voice, apparently.
How about the time he had? Nobody was there near to touch him.
Look at that. What a great pocket.
Yeah, that was a great pass, too. Great catch.
7 catches on 7 targets for 69 yards, Andy Hamilton. Where are you at? 8:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. 21-6, still the opening drive of the 3rd, coming up on 3 minutes, taken off the clock.
Run.
Look at Mercury, right down the middle, picks up 9 to set up a 2nd down and 1.
Yeah, great run up the middle. Got 9 yards there, showed a little bit of power, showed a little speed, right off the center.
Another great drive. They dominated possession. They're wearing down this Vulture defense. 2nd and short at the 34. Out of the eye. Richardson taking his time. Back to Mercury. First down. Mercury making, I believe, Kate miss off that side, and Carolina's back into scoring range again.
Yeah, he's who is this guy running the ball? Mercury's running great. I don't know how many yards he has, but he's been capitalizing every time they give him the ball.
First down and 10 at the 28-yard line. Mrs. Paternitty's getting famous in the chat room. Said she's on Facebook for sure. We could see you. Uh-oh. Richardson throws it. That pass is caught. Picks up 2. The fan cam is... It's unusual for the SFL. People just don't expect it. Except Arish. He totally expected it from the very beginning. All the Skyhawk faithful up front.
Yep, that's
2nd and 8 at the 26. Split backs in the backfield. Mercury hands it off. Mercury gets the handoff, I should say. Takes a beat down at the 20-yard line, but a 6-yard gain. Mercury running hard. This is now a 4+ minute drive to start the half.
Yes, I'm not sure who laid him out, but man, he saw stars getting up, but that was a great run.
Out of the eye, 3rd and 2. Look at Baltimore. They are all up on the line. Carolina's going to need to answer just outside the 20. They're going to try to slam it up in there. And Mercury still going past the 10 down to the 7-yard line for a first down and goal, Carolina.
You know, they know Baltimore is a great defense, but they just lined up face to face and just blew him off the ball and gave him a great hole.
Carolina has been unafraid. Look at that. Zuma get that block on takes. They are just not afraid. No matter how much they put in the box, they're going to play their game.
Definitely. I think we may see some of that gelling happening tonight. We were talking about at the beginning of the game.
Absolutely. 1st and goal at the 7. Split backs. Carolina trying to make it a one-score game on now a 5-minute drive. Richardson going to throw. Goes short. Pass is tipped up in the air and incomplete. Kate was on the coverage, and that was nearly a disaster for Carolina.
Well, you know, that's. I'm sure he wants that pass back, but thankfully there wasn't an interception, and he's still got 2nd and goal to capitalize.
Oftentimes you see rookies make tremendous. You got the highs of highs and the lows of lows, and we've seen that out of Richardson tonight. 2nd and goal at the 7. Trips off the left side. Looks like Richardson going to fire it out there again. Richardson going to throw, and he fires it short pass, caught down to the 3. That pass collected by Cameron Walsh, and now they have a decision to make 3 yards away. What would you do, Charles?
I would throw it. I mean, they may be expecting a run, but I'd try and throw maybe a swing pass.
Yeah, maybe
maybe the fullback play, if you could sneak it to the fullback.
But Reggie is out because the drive has been almost half the quarter. Now Jarrett Grimes is in the game. Richardson going to throw. Richardson's pass is caught for a touchdown. There's a late and a late hit penalty as Carolina.
Wow.
Baltimore was upset and got a late hit in the end zone. Late hit on Baltimore. That hit on Hendricks Thornberry, who was upset about getting burnt, and it's a 9-point game.
There's a lot of love right now from Carolina for you.
Harisha's Hall of Fame, I'm 21 and drinking glasses are back on for this occasion. For those of you that did not attend the SFL convention, well, we're sorry for you, but also
You're missing a lot.
Air the Hall of Fame ceremony next week on our SFL family of networks, so can't wait to share that all with you. But the extra point is good. And how about this? Halfway through the 3rd quarter, Baltimore has 104 yards of total offense, and they're only up 8.
It's crazy. That last series was brilliant by Carolina. They did what they needed to do. They didn't do anything that was too crazy from a play standpoint. They managed the ball driving down the field, mixture of some short passes and run. And here we are. It's an 8-point game.
I know they're down right now, but this is some of the best play calling in terms of offensive play calling I think I've ever seen out of this team.
That play on the goal line was brilliant.
Short kick to the 15. This is Bolt, and he's smacked before the 30. Only a 14-yard return, and that's the big fella, David Gibbs, getting all the way down the field. What's his 40? Got to be faster than Ray Bentley.
Yeah. And he's tackling one of the better kick returners in the league as well.
That was tremendous. I want to see him run the 40 at the Falcons stand. My goodness. Halfway through the 3rd, Mike Dazzo back out there. He's been effective. No turnovers for the Vultures so far tonight. He will fire it down the middle of the field. That pass is caught by Holder to the 45-yard line for a first down. Baltimore, and Dazzo picks up right where he left off there in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, they're efficient. Good mix of pass and run, and Holder there's dangerous in the middle. He's got great hands. He's a great route runner, and you see in this pass right here, he's right where he needed to be.
Tackle made by Daniel Pruitt. I'm trying to remember the last time I saw 3 5-minute drives by the same team in the same game.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's very unusual. 1st and 10 at the 45 for Dazzo and the Vultures. Back to pass, 3-step drop, fires it outside, caught by Warfield, and he gets his head taken off by Doty, a pickup of 7.
Yeah, it was a nice play. Again, I think they have a surgical approach there on their offense, and Carolina's going to need to come up with a big play because they're just moving down the field.
2nd and 3, 4:40 to go. Already in Carolina's territory, the Skyhawks need to cook up something good defensively. Dazzo to throw. Dazzo fires down the field. The pass is caught by Holder. Holder going to break a tackle inside the 10 and down to the 6-yard line. Majesty saves the touchdown, and Baltimore's offense is keeping him out in front.
Yeah, that was a fantastic catch by Holder. The ball wasn't in perfect position, but you could see his athleticism there as he turned around to grab the ball and take it for that big gain.
And they got a hat on a hat, but Pruitt was just a little bit late getting over there. And what hustle from DJ Majesty to chase down that play. Bet his 40's faster than Bentley, too. That's two of them now.
I think there's a couple people
He was
on
booking
the
it down the
faster.
field. Yeah, probably like 120 of the players. First and goal at the 6, 4 minutes to go in the third. Hand off to Gaines. Haven't seen anything of Gaines out of the second half, and he only picks up one. Wrap up by Tristan Hatley, and there you see Randy Mercury actually more yards than Gaines tonight.
Wow, it's phenomenal. I never would have guessed that. Great game by Mercury so far. It's a big stop here for Carolina.
5 yards away, second and goal with 3:40 to go in the third quarter. Split backs for Dazzo. Defenders off about 5 yards. Hand off on a trap to Gaines, and he's got the touchdown for Baltimore. Back up by 2 possessions.
I mean, what a luxury to have that guy in your backfield. He's so hard to bring down, and he never gets tired. He's going to be at the same speed in the fourth quarter, and that's what Carolina should be afraid of.
That's the third rushing touchdown for T. Roy Gaines tonight, and Thomas Paternitti's got to be thrilled with the way this offense is clicking. And Baltimore back up by 2 scores, but we have seen no quit and no reason to believe that Carolina's going away.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what they do in the next drive.
Got to be a little deflating, though, after all that time on the field to, after about a minute and a half, give up 6 more.
They had a couple opportunities where they could be deflated, but they've shown a lot of guts, and they hung in there and were able to do some pretty impressive drives.
The extra point is good. And on the flip side of that, Charles, Baltimore's had a lot of opportunities to let their guard down or to feel a little troubled by the way that Carolina's been able to move the ball, but they have responded every time they've been asked to.
I don't recall their offense making a mistake tonight.
Yeah, they had no turnovers, clean sheet. They've gotten stopped a couple of times for punts, but we haven't seen the major mistake out of Dazzo tonight, and that's kept them ahead. Deep kick again, wind blowing in this direction. Gonna bring it out. Walsh only will get to the 18-yard line. That sets up a long field for Sully Richardson with 3.5 to go in the third quarter.
Yep, here comes Sully. Let's take a look and see if they bring that fullback out there too. I'm on the fullback kick again.
Late in the third quarter. How's it going, Atlanta? This is your 5th game in a row. Who's been here for all 5 games? Anybody want to? Michael Torillo, Dwayne Schindler, Sully Richardson, the Prasades. Perfect attendance today as Richardson will fire it out to Mercury. He's got some space, 20, but the initial block not picked up. McFly. Mick wiggles his way to a 3-yard gain for Mercury.
Nice Mick tackle.
I think we're hungry. I think that's all that is. I think we're just hungry. Cheesecake Factory's got a rude awakening. Is that how many tally marks? Is that
I hope somebody called ahead.
28 people?
Table for 40?
We're going to have some fun there. 2nd and 7 at the 21. 2 in the backfield for Richardson. Again, everyone's stacked up on the line. 9 in the box. Mercury going to get away from 1, but Mercury stood up. Man, if he could just break 1 tackle, he would be out of here. Only a 1-yard gain, and now it's back to 3rd down for Richardson.
Yeah, this is a big 3rd down. And it sound like a broken record, but I think every 3rd down is going to be crucial for them at this point.
Yep. Hudson is going to go here to the near side with 3 receivers, 2 in the backfield for Sully. Nickel look for Baltimore's defense with a 15-point lead. Richardson changing the play at the line. Will drop the throw, fire it out to Hudson. Got to turn the corner. He does. First down for Carolina up to the 31-yard line. Perfectly executed as Dazzo and McFly combined for the tackle. Hudson's got 80 yards.
Yeah, it looks like they may have been expecting maybe a swing pass to Mercury, and number 80 had a couple yards there before anyone got near him, so maybe he caught the defense a little unawares.
Yeah, great play design. I thought it might have been going to Mercury too, so they even fooled us here in the booth. Another 3rd down conversion. First down at the 31-yard line. Now back out of the eye, and Hudson's at the bottom of the screen. 7 in the box. Richardson fires to Hudson. Caught in triple coverage down to the 43-yard line. A laser from Richardson, and Hudson's got his 10th grab of the day.
Yeah, he didn't have a lot of area to get that ball in. It was a great throw by Sully right over the defender. I really like the formations they're using on this drive. I hope they stick with them.
Amon Takes standing in that short zone as that ball is thrown right over him. Under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. 28-13 Baltimore. But that's a couple of first downs now since the drive started at the 18-yard line. 25 yards consumed. Handoff Mercury, and what a tackle on the backfield. A 4-yard loss as the wrap-up by big Albert Butler in the backfield. That's 313 pounds crushing on Mercury.
Yeah, that's going to hurt. He definitely blew by his offensive lineman there and got into the backfield and broke that play apart.
So after Mercury had a great drive to start the third quarter, Baltimore's really stacking him up, and it's back on Richardson's shoulders at the 39-yard line with 1:18 to go in the third. Richardson back to pass, 5-step drop. He's in a bit of trouble. Richardson escapes.
Nice.
Richardson going to take off and run 45, down to the 48-yard line, picks up 9 yards. It'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
He did a little Ray Bentley 40 time getting around that tackle there, but was able to get some positive yards there.
Richardson has some of the best presence about the pressure around him
than great poise
than any other quarterback I've seen in a long time. Another 3rd down here. 3rd and 5 with split backs for Richardson. 3-step drop. Richardson fires it. It's caught at the 39-yard line. Pass caught by Hudson. He's got 11 receptions, and he gives a little Rich Pratchard shimmy for the first down.
Yeah, great read by Sully. Found the hole in the zone, was able to deliver that right between the defenders.
I don't think we saw that, Harish. We were going to replay. Well, hold on a minute. We're about to. All right, the floor is yours. There it is.
Go. All right.
That's a beautiful thing right there.
Yep. It's going to take a while for me to shake that one.
Maybe the last play of the third quarter. Ball on the Baltimore 39. Carolina driving again. Out of the eye, handoff to Mercury, and that hole is filled quickly. Courtney Kate has been all over the field, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. We head to the fourth. Put your fours up. Carolina on the move. We're back in a moment. The Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music on Twitch, is brought to you by Nation's Best, helping athletes around the nation. Hashtag secure the bag. By ScoreStream, the official live scoring app of the Simulation Football League. By Sector 6, your official SFL merchandise partner. And by SpyGoat, aerial footage of the beautiful Charm City, provided by AirViews. Visit airviews.com for more awesome videos. Charles Doherty, Cameron Irvine, the final quarter of action here live on location from the SFL convention. Still 4 games to come tomorrow on YouTube. 2nd down at the 40. Mercury, handoff around the left side, got a block. Mercury gets another block. He picks up 9. The efficiency on 2nd down for Carolina has helped them on 3rd down on this drive.
Yeah, great downfield blocking. I saw the fullback knock out a defender, and I think the tackle as well.
Carolina would be lethal if they could just get these plays to happen on 1st down. They've been kind of playing from behind a little bit all night, but they have been able to come out of just about every situation. 3rd and short. They're going to run it, and Mercury took too much time north and south, young fellas. McFly makes the tackle, and I think they should go for this. Charles, what do you think?
Well, why not? I mean, you're down by 15. I think now's the time to do it because every time Baltimore gets the ball, they score.
And here we go. I think the Skyhawk faithful will lose their mind if they call a timeout. 4th and 1 at the 30. Richardson with 2 in the backfield. He's hard counting the Vultures. And
not looking good.
It's not looking good. Baltimore holding firm, and a timeout will be called by Carolina. A lot of game left.
We have some fans
but
that
you
didn't
might
want
as well
that to
just
happen.
Yeah, you might as well just kick it.
Yep.
A lot of game left. Those timeouts are valuable. James Klein's going to have a conversation. We could actually do that on camera right now. Go over to Sully and then talk to him right now. It is that was a little disappointing for Carolina. But they can get some points here. They can save face. But they've got to get a defensive stop because the field goals are not. They won't be able to kick enough field goals to win this game right now.
They haven't shown an ability to stop them yet, so they're going to have to dig deep.
It's a 47-yard field goal. It's not a gimme either. Klein from 47. He made one from 45, and it's good again. I don't know how loud it's coming in at home, but I feel like Prasad is literally in my face screaming at me. It's pretty awesome, actually. I like it. I guess I like people just screaming in my face then. I guess that's a new thing I found out about myself tonight. We're gonna be leaving the Cheesecake Factory later, and someone's just gonna come up to me and go, "Yeah!" Be like, "Yeah, that's awesome." 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. 9:43 to go. Carolina's got to get a stop.
Most definitely. They got to stop. They got to stop T. Roy Gaines. So far, he's been the biggest thorn in their side from an offensive standpoint.
Holders caught some deep balls down the field. That's kind of set them up early in drives. They're going to start out of the eye. It's going to be big boy football here with 7 in the box for Carolina. Dazzo going to hand it off to Gaines, and T. Roy Gaines goes nowhere. A gain of nada. Combo tackle made by Larry Bain and Shravan Prasad.
Yeah, they were waiting for him up there. That was a good stop. And they're showing a lot of energy here for trying to stop that guy for 3 quarters.
Now it's a 2nd down. Fortunately for them, their defense has gotten a lot of rest.
Definitely.
So they haven't been getting smacked
point.
around by T. Roy Gaines for very long tonight. 2nd and 10 at the 29. Gaines again on the handoff. Spins away from one, then spun back into a host of Skyhawks, a handful of Skyhawks. And Majesty says, man, that guy is tough to bring down. Come on, one more stop.
Yeah, with the amount of time it's been taking them to drive on previous possessions, they really need to get a stop on this 3rd down.
3rd and 9, the Hall of Famer, Mike Dazzo, looks to have the ball in his hands with 4 wide. Dime look for the Skyhawks. What can they do here? Dazzo to throw against a 3-man rush. Dumps it short. Does Dazzo, and Graham is wrapped up by Majesty, and Carolina forces a 3-and-out and will get the ball back.
That's a big stop. I think that's the second big play that Majesty's shown.
Yeah, stopped that touchdown earlier.
Yep.
Yeah, that was – they eventually scored, but sometimes you never know. You might get a turnover, force a field goal. Those tackles can mean a bunch. So the Skyhawks will get it back here. And one thing's for sure, Carolina's been playing a very tough schedule to start the season. They've had Tallahassee, Baltimore, and an improved Vancouver team in the first 3 weeks. And in all of those games, they have been in those games.
Yep.
And I think as the season goes along and the schedule lightens up for the Skyhawks a little bit, you might start to see this team turn those L's into W's and get some momentum.
A couple turnovers, the right bounce of the ball, you never know.
It could start in the next 8 minutes and 5 seconds. Sully Richardson's out of the eye with 3 receivers to start the drive from the 33-yard line. 8:05 to go. Charles Doherty and Cameron Irvine in the finale from Rome Interactive, and that is a sack. A sack for Baltimore. Another loss on 1st down, and Albert Butler is chewing the defense.
Yeah, they only rushed 4 this time. This time, on a rare occasion, the offensive line for Charleston wasn't able to stop them. So far, they've been blocking great, but not so much on that play.
Well, we've seen them get out of jams before. Last time they were at 2nd 14, Richardson ran for 9 yards. Out of the eye, Hudson is at the bottom of the screen, defended by Thornberry. 7 in the box for Baltimore. Richardson will throw. Richardson, all kinds of time, fires, middle of the field, caught for a 1st down and a missed tackle. Past midfield, Bob Klein's first catch of the 2nd half, and Carolina's back into Baltimore territory.
Huge catch, and again, we're seeing the maturation of a rookie quarterback there.
Look at that.
Look at all the time he had, but he found the right person. I think there might have only been one open receiver out there, and he found the right one.
And again, patience. He could have run. He had a lot of space up the middle, but he wanted that route to develop, and it ends up getting him a 1st down. 7:10 to go in the 4th quarter. This a compelling football game as Carolina just keeps moving as Mercury breaks a tackle. Mercury near a 1st down to the Baltimore 40-yard line.
Pure effort. decent blocking up front, but 90% of that goes on the back of Mercury. You see his legs churning as he went through that line. He fought for every yard there.
Mercury has been his best up the middle tonight. When
Definitely.
he's running north and south, he's been tough to stop. East and west has been a different story. 2nd and inches at the Vulture 40-yard line. 9 players near the line of scrimmage for the Vultures, and they'll run it to Mercury on the left side, and Mercury cuts it back for a first down. He found the only hole there on the offensive front. He moves the chains again.
That's a statement right there. Baltimore's expecting the run. Everybody on the field was expecting the run, and it was just head-to-head, face-to-face. They blew him off the line and got the first down.
Now, if you're Carolina, you probably want to score sometime in the next minute and a half because you don't want to get in a situation where you're onside kicking too early, down 5 or maybe 4 points. Hand off to Mercury, and Amon takes, wraps him up. Look at that.
Wow.
Mercury picks up 3 right up the gut as he dragged 3 Vultures with him.
Yeah, definitely showed some strength there.
Takes looking around and saying, man, I can't believe this is the 4th. Feels like I've been playing 2 games out here. We've been on the field so long. 5:40 left. 2 in the backfield. Hudson at the bottom of the screen. He's got 11 grabs. 4-3 look. Hand off Mercury. Mercury's got a block.
Run.
And Mercury's got a first down to the 26-yard line. An 8-yard gain as Carolina continues to milk some clock but move the chains again.
Cam, I really like the personnel set they have out there. I think it's perfect, and it's keeping Baltimore on their toes.
They can't keep getting these 8 and 7-yard gains. It's great, but eventually they're just going to run out of time. There's Richardson, 219 yards tonight. Boy, doesn't it feel like a whole lot more for how many big passes he's had. 3 in the backfield, 5:08 to go. And they're going to run it again to Mercury, and Mercury looks a little exhausted out there. And again on first down. First down's been killing the Skyhawks tonight.
Well, you got to give credit to the Baltimore defensive line. They just overpowered the offense and made it a mess there for Mercury. He couldn't find any hole.
4:45 left. This is do or die here for the Skyhawks. They have to have a touchdown on this drive. No exceptions. 1 running back, 2 receivers for Richardson. Richardson will drop back to pass. Richardson in trouble. Hit as he threw it is caught by Grimes, but no huddle now as Carolina's in a bit of panic mode. That's Klein at the top of the screen. Mercury is out, and Richardson hit as he threw again by Albert Butler, and it'll force a 4th down, and they got to go for it.
They have to go for it. I think they're going to that hurry up. They weren't in the right set there to go up against that defense, and he didn't have any time to do anything back there.
I would imagine in the coming weeks Carolina's going to take the leash off of Richardson because I think it's time to air it out. I think he's shown enough over the last 3 weeks. I think he's going to have
definitely has the skills to do it.
An incredible August. He's out of the shotgun on 4th and 13 to keep the game alive. Richardson out of the shotgun with 4 receivers back to pass. He'll fire it short, and it's not even close.
Wow.
Hudson is wrapped up. And Baltimore will take over, and barring a miracle now, Carolina mismanages that final drive on a night where they have mismanaged almost no drives all night.
Well, we said at the top of the game they had to be perfect to win this, and this last drive, it wasn't anything close to their other successful drives. So now the onus is on the defense. The defense has to get the ball back and quick.
You never know. 4:12 left. They stopped them last time on a 3-and-out. As the handoff goes to Gaines, and Gaines has some room, and then again, a great job shutting him down, not letting him get away. That's Rochelle Colston with another stop.
He stays in bounds, and the clock's ticking.
Yep, that is a good thing for Baltimore. It's going to get down under 3.5 to go before the next snap. Carolina has only the 2 timeouts for the earlier timeout, which we knew would probably be a hindrance. At the 31-yard line, look at Tasso, 119 passing yards. That might be a career low. Thomas Paternitti would maybe know. That's a shocking number from Dazzo in a 12-point lead. Out of the eye, handoff to T. Roy Gaines, and he is crushed for a loss of 2. That tackle made by Christopher Colon, who's been quiet tonight, 3rd and 8.
Quiet. Yeah, the Pro Bowl defensive lineman there's been pretty quiet. At this point, do you think they should maybe start burning some timeouts before the 2-minute mark?
Well, The company, I don't even have, I just have to look at the screen. The fan cam has Harish specifically signaling for a timeout. Under 3 to go. Now Shravan's getting involved. Can we get a 3?
So if we took a vote,
can we
it
get
would
3
be yes.
T's in the front row? Call on 3. How about 3? How about 4? How about, no, whatever. 3rd and 8. I tried. 3rd and 8. Dazzo going to throw. Dazzo outside. It's out of bounds.
Wow.
Incomplete. And they buy 40 seconds for Carolina. The first mistake all night from Baltimore's
definitely.
offense.
We're at the right time for Carolina. They get the ball back with 2:48.
They just need to get the ball down the field.
Yeah.
They
Now it's gotta
definitely
be a little faster.
You can't have a 2-minute 48-second drive. The game will end.
The problem is if they go to that 4 wide receiver set, I'm not sure it's going to be successful against the Baltimore defense.
Mighty RX in the chat room. Shout out to the Hall of Famer now, Mighty RX. Watching the game from his headquarters in Alaska. From the 39-yard line on the return, Walsh up to the 43. So pretty good field position.
Good.
They got to go 57 yards, and they probably should do it in the next minute or so because they only got 2 timeouts left.
Yeah, sense of urgency here. Get to the line quick. Get rid of the ball quick.
Somebody just needs to make a play.
Definitely.
You know, just make a play. You're going to have to make a guy miss. You're going to have to spin off a tackle, something.
Well,
Richardson going to go empty with 4 wide. 1st and 10 at the 43. Changing the play at the line. Back to throw off a low snap. Going long. It is incomplete. Hendricks Thornberry all over that. Not giving up anything on that sideline. That's the first time. In fact, I think it's the second time because Thornberry had the pick in the second half. But just the second time they've targeted Hudson. And he hasn't been able to come up with a catch, and it was on a similar route.
So we got 2nd and 10 here, and again, I think that formation that they're running is definitely favors Baltimore.
You can't fault Richardson, though, for taking a shot. I mean, that's what you want out of him at this point, right? 4 receivers. Richardson audibling again. Back to throw. We'll check it down, and Mercury dropped it, and honestly, that's probably for the best. It stopped the clock. Give Richardson another shot.
Yep, stop the clock, 3rd and 10. A huge 3rd and 10 here.
I wonder if Richardson threw that, didn't see anybody else open, and just yelled to Randy, drop it. Swat it down.
Maybe he did.
The crowd here at Vulture Stadium getting on their feet with chance of defense. 2:32 left. 3rd and 10, all or nothing for Carolina with 4 receivers, 3 to the left of Sully Richardson. Press coverage. Richardson will fire it outside. It's off the hands of the intended target. Now it's 4th down. One more play.
He wanted to go deep, but the 4-line rush of Baltimore just blew through the line. He didn't have any time, had to get rid of it.
Yeah, this is definitely, I can't imagine Carolina getting a better opportunity than this to come back. 4th down and 10 at the 43. Got to get something past the sticks here. Again, Baltimore is trying to press up front, and why wouldn't they, especially with Prasad out. Richardson trying to direct traffic here. The middle of the field is mostly open. Down to 2 on the play clock. They just get the snap off. Richardson fires it short, and he's 1 yard shy of the sticks. And that tackle made by Anthony George up front. Cameron Walsh makes the catch.
Yeah, again, he didn't have a lot of time. Well, I guess in there he did, but the receivers downfield were blanketed, and he had to get rid of it short.
Well, now Baltimore's task. Carolina has the 2-minute warning and 2 timeouts, so theoretically the Skyhawks could get this ball back just under the 2-minute warning, but they got to get yet another 3 and out, which their defense has been able to do multiple times as the handoff goes to Gaines, and he gets nothing. Crushed in the backfield, and Carolina's defense continues to stand tall. Cologne on the stop.
We have 2 timeouts left. I would go ahead and burn them. Not sure why they're letting it go to the 2-minute.
If they would have burned both those timeouts and then had the 2-minute warning.
Yep.
Well, seconds tick away, and that is the 2-minute warning here in Baltimore. Carolina has been climbing uphill all night. Baltimore trying to put them away in the final 2 minutes. You're watching the SFL Network on Twitch, presented by APM Music. And we've had the shortest broadcast. We haven't even been on the air an hour and a half.
Yeah, the game's moving pretty quick.
We had an overtime game earlier. Vancouver and Mexico City was over 2 hours. We've had some marathons today. 2nd and 10 at the 48, out of the eye, handoff Gaines. Gaines got a couple, but a timeout for Carolina will force a 3rd down. And the last 3rd down that the Vultures had, Dazzo threw it away out of bounds basically, and it saved the Skyhawks some time.
So you think they should pass it here or just run it and try to keep the clock and force them to make
I think, given Carolina's offense tonight, just run it.
Yep.
Just run it, pin them deep, and trust your defense.
Yep.
2 in the backfield, 3rd down. They need just past the 42 for a 1st down, and Gaines is not going to get it. What a play by DJ Majesty.
Definitely.
And once more, Carolina has an opportunity. Feel like we've been saying that since about 8 or 9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter, but their defense just keeps getting stops. It's been impressive.
Yep. Well, they're going to have the football gods smile at them a little bit on this.
They've got to find. They've tried to find Hudson twice on a go route down the sideline. They need to find a way to get Hudson open on another route deep down the field. Something that Baltimore might not be expecting, and that may be their solution to getting a big gain.
It makes you wonder, what the score would be if Prasad would have been there.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, with Harish Prasad in the game, given the way this offense has moved the ball well most of the night, it would have been interesting to see if Carolina would be ahead or behind still in this ball game. As Sully Richardson, we get a little quiet. You never know what's going to come next in an SFL game. I'm just wondering what I'm about to see. 1st and 10 at the 13. 4 receivers. Richardson back to pass. Richardson fires an outside pass. Caught.
Tackle.
What a tackle.
Nice tackle inbound.
Wow. Casmic fly almost immediately. Gain of 4. Clock running. 2nd and 6. Richardson going to throw. Looking around. Richardson middle. Caught. 1st down. Nice spin from Walsh. Got to get routes up the field. 1st and 10 at the
sideline.
Yeah, 25. Yeah, that's a good point. Got to get him out of bounds. Quickly, Richardson. 1:16 to go. Richardson looking short, and that's again another blessing. Gets him out of that and can get him into something else. Takes on the coverage.
Yeah, I think they're blanketing the sidelines there and forcing the passes in the middle.
Our day of live games is almost over. How about a round of applause for everyone who's called a game today? A special shout out to Rich Pratchard, Gus Schultz, and Mike Daggs who helped get this all set up this morning. Give them some love. And give yourselves a round of applause. Thanks for coming out to Atlanta. It's been a lot of fun this weekend. 2nd down for Richardson and the Skyhawks. Gonna throw. Richardson in trouble. Steps up in the pocket. Pass caught.
That was a veteran
at
move
the
right
45-yard line. Wow, what a
He
play.
stepped up on with heat coming in and was able to deliver that.
Hudson again, down to 1 minute to go. Richardson again, looking down the field.
Nice
Caught
pass.
again. Inside the 40, down to the 35. Here we go. Pass caught by Bob Klein. 50 seconds left. Richardson gelling and spikes it at the 35-yard line. I actually was hoping he'd keep it going because he was getting in a rhythm there.
Yeah, and now Baltimore can adjust. They can bring in the right personnel to defend against them.
45 seconds. Need a touchdown. A lot of opportunities off the board tonight for Carolina. Man, this game could have been mighty different. Look at the pressure right there at the line. They are ready for whatever Carolina's going to throw at him. 8 in the box. Richardson outside. I don't know how Hudson got so wide open, and he did not get out of bounds, but did get the 1st down to the 25-yard line, but a brilliant route from Hudson. 32 seconds to go and a spike. And that 1st down was huge because if he doesn't pick it up, maybe you can't spike there for fear of running out of downs.
But they have to start thinking about going in the end zone. Because if they get the ball back on a onside kick, they're not going to have enough time to do anything.
Right. 25 yards away from pay dirt. Carolina back in scoring position again. The time of possession and total yards at the end of this game. I can't wait to see that. 4 wide for Richardson. Richardson going to fire it to the corner. It is knocked away. Nice play. That was Felix, Maryland, with the swat down. What a time to be alive for Felix.
What a great last name, too, for Baltimore.
Yeah, you like that, too. You got your Terps shirt on. You a Maryland graduate?
No, my stepfather went there. I was born in Maryland, too.
Born in Maryland. Wow. Well, it's only fitting here. We're in the 1,000th game in Baltimore. 4 receivers for Richardson. 28 seconds left. He's got 2 downs to get a first. Trying to keep the drive going. Richardson pump fake now outside. Oh, he dropped it. Pass dropped by Jeff Brooks.
I don't think that's quite as bad as it looks. I mean, because now he gets a shot at the end zone. If they would have tackled him inbounds, it wouldn't have been enough time for them to get to the line.
Yeah, I thought he was going to have a chance to turn the corner. I think he saw the incoming defenders, and
those vultures, they're fast.
He
wouldn't have been able to get in.
This is another chance in scoring position for Carolina on a 4th and 10. Oh, my goodness, they're going to run the ball.
What? That's a head scratcher, Cam.
That's our time, folks. Oh, man.
That's interesting. What do you say? There's nothing you can say,
There's
Cam,
nothing I can say.
Except for this convention has been wonderful.
I've seen a lot of games, Charles.
For those of you thinking about coming next year, you should. It's a great experience.
Wow. And that's the way this is going to end.
Oh, dear. Oh,
well,
dear.
Baltimore improves to 3-0. Carolina gave them some sort of fight.
Wow.
They dropped to 0-3, but this is probably the best 0-3 team we've seen in a long time in the SFL.
They've been in every game they've played. Unfortunately, they're 0-3. But again, it comes to a point where they're gonna gel and they're gonna start surprising some teams.
Wow. Check out these numbers. This is a round of applause here for a great game. 388 yards to 187.
It's crazy.
More than double the time of possession.
If maybe take out the turnovers, but if you looked at the other ones, you'd probably think they won.
No turnovers in the second half.
Yep.
That has got to be one of the most bizarre box scores I've ever
Definitely
seen.
Very bizarre. Very bizarre.
I'm stunned. I mean, I can't tip the cap to Carolina more than I have. Shout out to Thomas Paternitti and Tim Johnston in Baltimore. They didn't get a lot of opportunities, but when they got opportunities, they were able to get touchdowns, not field goals. It was a huge difference.
They had Carolina had to be perfect to the letter to beat Baltimore, and they made some mistakes, and here we are. They're 0-3 now because of that.
Dupree Hudson, 137 yards and a touchdown. He stepped up. A lot of players stepped up in Harish Prasad's absence. T-Roy Gaines finishes with 69 yards. Mercury had 89 yards rushing tonight.
He earned every one of those yards.
He really did. Boy, they made him work for it.
Yeah, he showed some power that I haven't seen in any of the previous games.
Well, I think it's clear with Carolina what they gotta do. I think they're right on the edge.
I think they are. Agreed.
And I think they have a star in the making in Sully Richardson.
Most definitely.
He was outstanding.
He's got incredible poise for a rookie. When the pocket starts to break down, he gives himself some more time by taking a step or even running up the middle.
Your player of the game tonight is T-Roy Gaines with 69 yards on 23 carries, just 3 yards a carry, but 3 rushing touchdowns to pace the Baltimore Vultures. For Charles Doherty, I'm Cameron Irvine, and this has been the SFL Live on Location. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you.